Billionaire accidentally tripped a waitress. He had no idea who was watching. But he had no idea who was watching. The chandeliers in the ether room cast a golden glow over the tables. Khalil Draven pushes his chair back suddenly. The tray slips from Imani Hart's hands. Hot lobster soup flies through the air and splashes straight across Imani's white shirt. The burn hits her chest like fire on bare skin. Crystal bowls smash on the marble floor with a loud crack that echoes through the whole room. She lands hard on her hands and knees. The cold stone bites into her palms. Her knees sting sharp. The strong smell of seafood fills her nose and makes her stomach turn. The entire restaurant goes dead quiet. Forks stop halfway to mouths. Heads turn slow. Phones come out fast. People hold them up to record every second. Tamika Lang throws her head back and laughs loud and mean. "Darling, some people really should not be serving in places like this. It is embarrassing for everyone." Imani pushes herself up slow. Soup drips from her chin onto the floor. Her face burns hotter than the soup on her skin. Her chest throbs with every breath. She keeps her eyes down and whispers, "I'm sorry, sir." She says it because rent is due in 3 days, and Layla's school bill is already late. Her heart slams against her ribs so hard she feels it in her throat. Her fingers shake as she tries to wipe the mess off her uniform. The wet fabric sticks to her body and makes the burn hurt worse. She can feel every eye in the room on her. A woman in a black dress at the next table shakes her head. A man in a gray suit checks his watch like he wishes he was anywhere else. The waiter by the bar freezes with another tray in his hands. The boss stands near the kitchen door with his arms crossed tight. Imani knows one wrong move, and this job is gone. She has worked double shifts all week just to keep the lights on. Now this. Khalil does not even look at her. He picks up his phone again and keeps talking, business like the whole thing never happened. His voice stays cool and sharp. The silence in the room stretches longer. No one dares speak up to the billionaire who just closed a $2.4 billion deal. Imani bends down to pick up the broken pieces. A small shard cuts her finger. A drop of blood mixes with the soup on the floor. She blinks hard to hold back the tears that want to fall. Her legs feel weak. The shame sits heavy on her shoulders. Then a small sound breaks the hush. My tiny sneakers slap the marble. A little voice calls out, clear and strong, "Mommy!" What would you do if this happened to you right now? Would you stay quiet or speak up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Like if this already has you feeling the pain, and subscribe so you never miss what happens next. The clock was ticking, and the next move would cost him everything or give him back the only thing that mattered. The small girl in the hand-me-down red coat runs straight across the marble floor. Layla throws her arms around Imani's wet legs and holds tight. "Mommy, did the mean man hurt you?" Her voice carries across the silent room like a bell. Khalil's phone drops from his hand and clatters on the table. His eyes lock on the little girl. Those storm-gray eyes match his own exactly. The same cleft in the chin. The same way the left eyebrow lifts when she worries. The resemblance hits him like a punch to the chest. The whole restaurant inhales at the same time. Phones zoom in closer. Whispers start flying. Tamika leans over and hisses in his ear. She is using the child for money. Classic move. Pay her off and be done with it. Her voice drips with poison. Khalil cannot look away from Layla. The girl stares right back at him with those eyes that look just like the ones he sees in the mirror every morning. Security moves in quiet, but Khalil waves them off. He stands up slow. His legs feel heavy. The power he felt 2 minutes ago cracks right down the middle. For the first time in years, He does not know what to say. In the black town car outside, the leather seats feel cold under him. Tamika keeps talking fast. "This is a setup, Khalil. Do not fall for it." He stares out the window at the rainy New York streets. His jaw clenches tight. He pulls out his phone and calls his head of security. "Find out everything about that waitress tonight. Name, address, everything. I want the report in 2 hours." The driver nods, and the car pulls away smooth. Khalil's mind races. Who is that child? Why does she look like him? The questions burn hotter than any business deal he has ever closed. He rubs his hands together, even though the car is warm. Back inside the restaurant, Imani picks Layla up and holds her close. The little girl's curls tickle her neck. Layla whispers, "Why did that man push the chair, Mommy?" Imani kisses her forehead and tries to smile. "It was an accident, baby. Let's get you back to the break room." But her voice shakes, because she knows the viral videos are already starting. She knows her face will be all over the internet by morning. Khalil's phone buzzes with the first message from his security team. They have her name, Imani Hart. He stares at the screen. The name feels familiar, but he cannot place it. The car turns onto Fifth Avenue. Rain streaks down the windows. His heart beats harder than it has in years. He has no idea the truth that is about to hit him. What do you think Khalil will do when he learns the full story? Tell me in the comments. Have you ever seen a powerful person get shocked like this? Hit like if your heart is racing right now, and subscribe for the next chapter. The clock was ticking, and the next move would cost him everything, or give him back the only thing that mattered. So Khalil sits in the back of the town car as the city lights blur past. His mind pulls him back 6 years like a strong tide. He sees the old Tribeca loft with the big windows and the paint smell in the air. Imani, then called by her old name in his memory, sits on the fire escape with him. Her laugh is soft and real. She rests her head on his shoulder while he talks about his father's suicide and the fights he survived to build Voss Dynamics. He called her his anchor back then. She believed every word. They stayed up late talking about dreams. She painted on small canvases while he planned his first big deals. Their love felt strong enough to last forever. Then one night she walks into the loft holding a pregnancy test. The 2 pink lines show clear. Khalil's face goes blank. The warmth leaves his eyes. "You planned this," he says, a voice cold as ice. Tamika, who was just his business partner then, had whispered in his ear for weeks. Gold digger, trap, career killer. He writes a check for $2 million and slides it across the table. "Disappear," he tells her. Imani looks at the check, then at him. Tears fill her eyes, but she does not let them fall. She tears the check into small pieces right in front of him. The pieces float to the floor like snow. She walks out carrying nothing but the clothes on her back and their unborn child. He lets her go. He watches the door close and turns back to his computer like nothing happened. Now, in the present, Khalil rubs his face hard. The memory burns fresh. He sees Layla's face again in his mind. The same eyes, the same chin. His hands shake as he stares at the rain. How did he miss it? How did he let the woman he once loved walk away with his child? Tamika touches his arm. "Forget her. We have the merger to celebrate." He pulls away. The car feels too small. His chest tightens. The love he threw away 6 years ago is staring him in the face tonight. He remembers the way Imani used to trace the scars on his knuckles. He remembers her saying, "You are more than the money, Khalil." He ignored all of it when the pregnancy news came. Ambition won that night. Now, the cost feels too high. The town car stops at his penthouse. He steps out into the rain. Water soaks his expensive suit, but he does not care. The doorman holds the umbrella, but Khalil walks past without a word. His mind stays stuck on that little girl in the red coat. The truth is coming fast. He can feel it. Have you ever thrown away something real because of fear or pressure? Share in the comments what you would do differently. If this story is hitting you hard, like the video and turn on notifications so you catch every chapter. The clock was ticking, and the next move would cost him everything, or give him back the only thing that mattered. The private investigator calls Khalil at 3 in the morning. The report drops into his email with a ping that wakes him up. He sits up in the big bed and opens the file. The words on the screen hit like cold water. Imani Hart lives in a small, one-bedroom apartment in Queens. She works 3 jobs. She serves tables at the Ether Room 5 nights a week. She cleans offices in the early mornings. She paints murals for small businesses at night to make extra cash. And every dollar goes to Layla's asthma medicine and kindergarten tuition. She never touched the $2 million check. Not 1 cent. Khalil reads the pages twice. His hands start shaking. He sees photos the investigator took. The tiny apartment with second-hand furniture. The drawings on the walls that Layla made. The medicine bottles lined up neat on the kitchen counter. Imani told her daughter only that Daddy had to go away for work. She protected him even after he threw them away. He stands up and paces the dark penthouse. The city lights shine through the tall windows. His bare feet feel cold on the marble. The guilt sits heavy in his stomach. 6 years of silent strength from a woman he once called his anchor. She raised their child alone while he built an empire. He remembers the night she tore up the check. He sees her walk out into the cold with nothing. Now he knows she painted murals while pregnant just to buy baby clothes. She skipped meals so Layla could have books. The report says she turned down a big gallery show in Soho last year because the timing would mess with Layla's school schedule. Khalil stops at the window. Rain still falls outside. He presses his forehead against the glass. The cool touch does not ease the burn in his chest. He whispers to the empty room, "What did I do?" Tamika sends a text. "Ignore the report. She is playing you." He deletes it without answering. For the first time, he sees the real cost of his choice. The woman he dismissed is stronger than any deal he ever closed. He grabs his keys. He drives through the rain to Queens himself. The expensive car feels wrong on the small streets. He parks across from her building and sits there for a long time. The lights in her apartment are off. Layla is probably sleeping. Imani is probably worrying about tomorrow. He cannot bring himself to knock. Not yet. The truth is out. The 6 years of silent strength are staring him in the face. Tell me in the comments, would you forgive someone who walked away like Khalil did? Have you ever carried a secret pain for years? Drop your story below. Like if you feel the regret building, and subscribe so you do not miss the rain-soaked confrontation coming next. The clock was ticking, and the next move would cost him everything or give him back the only thing that mattered. Rain pours down hard outside Imani's apartment building in Queens. Khalil stands on the sidewalk, soaked to the skin. His expensive suit sticks to his body, and water runs down his face. He looks nothing like the powerful man from the restaurant. He knocks on her door at 2 in the morning. Imani opens it slow with the chain still on. Her eyes go wide when she sees him. Layla sleeps in the room behind her. Imani steps into the hallway and closes the door quiet. Khalil's voice cracks. "Is she mine?" Imani lets out a hollow laugh that cuts through the rain sound. "She was yours the second I told you I was pregnant. You chose Tamika and your empire instead." Her words hit him hard. She stands straight, even though her eyes show the pain. Khalil's shoulders drop. Rain drips from his hair. I did not know. The report says you never used the money. You raised her alone. Imani crosses her arms. Ask Tamika how she knew I was pregnant the same day I told you. The words hang in the wet air. See, Khalil's face changes. He sees the first piece of the bigger lie. They stand in the hallway with the rain drumming on the roof. Imani's voice stays steady. Every letter I sent for Layla, Tamika made sure it never reached you. She paid people to keep me quiet. I still protected you. I told Layla her daddy was busy with important work. Khalil's knees feel weak. He leans against the wall. The cold concrete presses through his wet shirt. The truth sinks in deeper with every drop of rain. He chose wrong. He let the woman he loved walk away with his child. Now the child calls him the mean man. Imani looks at him for a long moment. Go home, Khalil. We do not need your money or your guilt. She turns to go back inside. He reaches out but stops. Please, let me see her again. Let me make this right. The door closes in his face. With the lock clicks. He stands in the hallway alone with the rain sound all around him. His world feels smaller than ever. The full sabotage is about to come out. What would you say to Khalil if you were Imani? Would you let him in or close the door forever? Share in the comments right now. If this confrontation has you feeling every emotion, smash that like button and subscribe, because the next chapter explodes everything. The clock was ticking, and the next move would cost him everything or give him back the only thing that mattered. But he had no idea who was watching. Khalil bursts into Tamika's top-floor apartment. The door hits the wall with a loud bang. He throws the thick investigator report on the glass table. Papers fly everywhere. Tamika stands by the tall window with a glass of red wine in her hand. Once the city lights blink behind her, the room smells like her heavy perfume and the sharp wine. You paid the lab guy to lie about Layla. Khalil's voice fills the whole space. You took every letter Imani sent me, and you pushed that video of the fall all over the internet to hurt her more. Tamika's hand shakes. The wine glass almost slips. She sets it down fast. I did it for you, Khalil. She was going to drag you down. His fists squeeze tight at his sides. His chest rises and falls fast. He pulls out his phone and calls his main lawyer on speaker. Fire the whole team right now, he says. The lawyer starts to argue, but Khalil hangs up hard. He opens his own account and types the breakup post. I am ending my engagement to Tamika Lang today. I take full blame for my past mistakes. He hits send. Notifications explode on the phone. Water. Tamika's mouth opens, but no words come. The room goes completely quiet except for the low hum of the city far below. Khalil turns and walks out. The door closes behind him with a heavy click. The next morning, he stands at Imani's door in Queens. 2 hot coffee cups warm his hands. Steam rises in the cool air. He knocks, soft. The door opens just a crack. The clock was ticking, and the next move would cost him everything, or give him back the only thing that mattered. What would you do if you found out someone lied to you for years, like Tamika did? Would you end everything in public, the way Khalil did? Drop your answer in the comments. If your heart is pounding right now, smash that like button and subscribe so you catch the next chapter. But he had no idea who was watching. Where Khalil shows up at Imani's door every single morning for 14 days straight. He brings coffee and says nothing at first. On the 5th day, Layla peeks out from behind her mom's leg. Are you the mean man from the restaurant? The words hit Khalil like a slap. He stands in the narrow hallway. The smell of breakfast from other apartments floats in the air. His eyes burn hot. Tears roll down his face right there. He wipes them fast, but more come. Imani watches him without speaking. Layla grabs his hand later that week and pulls him inside to color. They sit on the old carpet. Her small fingers move the crayons. He learns she loves triceratops and hates broccoli. One afternoon, while they draw, the phone buzzes. The video of the fall is everywhere again. Tamika boosted it harder. Layla starts breathing funny. Her chest moves fast and tight. Ike, she grabs her shirt. "Mommy, it hurts." Imani's face goes pale. She scoops Layla up. "We have to go now." Khalil drives them to the hospital. The car feels too small. Sirens from other ambulances scream outside. His hands grip the wheel until his knuckles turn white. At the emergency room, the bright lights hurt his eyes. The smell of cleaning spray is strong. Layla lies on the small bed with a mask on her face. Her breathing slows a little, but she still looks scared. Khalil sits in the hard plastic chair. His leg shakes nonstop. The doctor comes in and asks for family history. The room gets quiet. The clock was ticking. And the next move would cost him everything, or give him back the only thing that mattered. Have you ever watched a child struggle and felt helpless like Khalil? Tell me what you would do in that hospital chair. If this part made you tear up like me, hit like and subscribe for the DNA results in the next chapter. But he had no idea who was watching. The doctor looks at Khalil. "We need full family medical details right now." Khalil stands up slow. His legs feel heavy on the white hospital floor. "I am her father," he says. His voice cracks, but he says it again louder. Imani's eyes meet his across the room. The beeps from the machines fill the silence. Layla breathes easier under the mask. They take blood from Khalil for the test. The wait feels like hours. Tamika leaks old pictures to the tabloids that same night. The headlines call Imani a gold digger hunting rich men. The stories spread fast, but something shifts. Single moms across the country start posting their own stories. The hashtag Justice for the Waitress climbs to #1. So millions share it. The tabloid expose Tamika threatened never drops because the world turns against her instead. The DNA results come back. 99.9998% match. The paper shakes in Khalil's hand. He reads it 3 times. Imani walks over to him in the quiet hallway. The smell of coffee from the machine is strong. She looks him straight in the eyes. "I will give you one chance, Khalil. Not your money, not your power, just real time. That is all." His throat tightens. He nods slow. The weight of 6 years sits on his chest. The clock was ticking. And the next move would cost him everything or give him back the only thing that mattered. Would you give a second chance after all that pain the way Imani did? Or would you walk away forever? Write your honest answer in the comments. What if this moment gave you chills like it did me? Please like and subscribe, because the healing begins in Chapter 9. But he had no idea who was watching. Khalil shows up with no fancy gifts. He cooks dinner at Imani's small kitchen and burns the rice the first time. Smoke fills the room and makes them laugh. Layla claps when he tries again, and it comes out okay. They feed ducks in the park on Saturday mornings. The breadcrumbs smell fresh in the cool air. Layla runs ahead, and Khalil walks beside Imani. Their shoulders almost touch. One evening, Imani pulls out 2 old paintings from the closet. "I made these while I carried Layla," she says. The first one says, "Father Unknown," in soft colors. The second says, "Love Worth the Cost." She tells him she turned down a big art show in Soho because the dates would mess with Layla's school. Hey, Khalil's eyes sting. He shares his own secret. "I have been sending money to help single moms for years, but I never knew my own daughter needed it most." He sells 18% of his company and starts a real foundation for single parents. He goes to therapy every week. One night, in the tiny kitchen while Layla sleeps, he drops to his knees. I am sorry for every single day I missed, he says. His voice breaks. Imani looks down at him. Her hand rests on his shoulder. The room feels warm and safe for the first time. The clock was ticking, and the next move would cost him everything or give him back the only thing that mattered. What small thing would you do to show real change, like Khalil is trying? Share it below. If this part warmed your heart, hit like and subscribe for the final chapter. But he had no idea who was watching. 6 months later, Khalil leads Imani back inside the ether room after it closes for the night. The same marble floor shines under the low lights. The smell of fresh flowers from the tables still lingers. He drops to one knee right where she fell that night. A simple silver ring rests in his palm. I will spend the rest of my life making sure no one ever trips you again, he says. Not the world. Not me. Imani's eyes fill with tears. She smiles big and says yes. Layla claps from the side and runs to hug them both. They walk out together into the New York night. The city lights wrap around them like a promise. Imani drives home later with Layla asleep in the back seat. The radio plays soft. She glances at the ring on her finger and feels peace settle deep in her chest. Real love always costs something. The highest price comes when you betray it. Secrets hurt most when they stay hidden, but they heal when brought into the light. The waitress you push aside today might hold the forgiveness you need tomorrow. Treat every person like the most important one in your life is watching, because one day they will be. The greatest fortune is not the money in the bank. It is the small hand that reaches for yours and calls you daddy, even after you forgot how. What lesson from this story will you carry with you? Drop it in the comments and tell a friend who needs to hear it. If this full journey touched you like family hit, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because more real love stories are coming soon on Mr. Peterson Love Stories. The clock finally stopped, and love won.